Bonjour and welcome, viewers and students, to Let's Speak French, Parlons Français. These lessons on basic French are short and easy, and if you follow the program regularly, I can assure you that very soon you will be able to understand French quite easily. The previous session focused on questions that consist of the interrogative adverb pourquoi. In today's session, we'll focus on other interrogative adverbs and examine how these are used for framing questions. This lesson has been divided into 3 sections. In the first section, I will read out a text that has several different types of questions. Then in the next section, we'll examine the structures of these questions. And finally, in the third section, we'll do an exercise to revise what we learned in today's session. We'll begin the lesson with a French text. This text consists of a dialogue that takes place between a mother and her inquisitive child. Their conversation is about the famous Austrian composer Mozart. Un enfant curieux. Juliette, que fais-tu? J'essaie de lire ce nom, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, mieux connu comme Mozart. Qui est-il? C'est un compositeur. Qu'est-ce qu'il fait, un compositeur? Un compositeur compose des œuvres musicales. Mozart a composé combien d'œuvres musicales? Plus que 600. C'était un enfant prodige et il a écrit ses premiers morceaux de musique à l'âge de 6 ans. Comment tu sais tout ça, maman? Je l'ai lu. Où? C'est écrit ici. Viens voir. Quand est-ce qu'on rentre? Mais Juliette, on vient d'arriver au conservatoire. Oui, je sais, mais je veux aller à la maison. Je veux raconter à papa tout ce que j'ai appris à propos de Mozart. So this was a short text that has several different types of questions. In the next section, we will examine one by one each one of them. We'll also learn about the different structures each type of question can have and which have not been mentioned in the text. In the text, we have 6 types of interrogation, each structured around a different interrogative word. We'll examine them in the order they appear in the text. First, we'll examine the structure given in the text, and then we'll look at the other 2 structures associated with interrogation. Before we proceed, let me refresh your memory. Here are the 3 interrogative structures that are always used when framing a question. Declarative sentence, insertion of the phrase est-ce que, and inversion. Now let us study each of the 6 interrogations. Que is an interrogative pronoun that refers to an object when used in an interrogation. In English, que can be translated as what. In the text, que is used in the following question. Juliette, que fais-tu? Juliette, what are you doing? In this example, the word order is que plus verb plus subject. Since the verb precedes the subject in this example, this structure is an inversion. Due to its complex structure, one generally prefers to use a more straightforward structure, like the one that consists of the phrase est-ce que. So when we use the interrogative pronoun que with est-ce que, we have the following structure. Que plus est-ce que plus subject plus verb. The phenomenon of elision must take place between que and est-ce que, hence it changes to qu'est-ce que. The text has an example of this structure as well. Qu'est-ce qu'il fait un compositeur? What does a composer do? And now let's consider the third structure, the declarative sentence. This structure is again very simple, but there is an important change that must be made before using que in this structure. Que needs to be changed to quoi. The meaning naturally remains the same, but one needs to replace the word que with quoi in this structure. We don't have an example of this in the text, so I will reconsider the previous questions. Que fais-tu becomes tu fais quoi? Qu'est-ce qu'il fait un compositeur becomes un compositeur fait quoi? Unlike the other cases where the interrogative word could be placed either after the verb or in the beginning, with quoi the position is always fixed. Quoi is always placed at the end. In fact, this structure is very colloquial and not approved at all in a formal setting. So to review how que can be used in the three interrogative structures, let's look at the table. The question that is in red is the one that features in the text. Tu fais quoi? Qu'est-ce que tu fais? Que fais-tu? Un compositeur fait quoi? Qu'est-ce qu'il fait un compositeur? Que fait un compositeur? The next interrogative word that we will study is qui. Qui is an interrogative pronoun that is always used for asking a question regarding a person. In English, qui can be translated as who. In the text, qui is used in the following question. Qui est-il? Who is he? In this example, the word order is qui plus verb plus subject. As you can see, this is an inversion. This particular sentence exists only in the simple inversion. Now I'll show you how to frame this question using the phrase est-ce que. Qui plus est-ce que plus subject plus verb. Qui est-ce que il est? The phenomenon of elision must take place between que and il. Hence it changes to qui est-ce qu'il est. These two structures are most frequently used when asking the identity of a person. The third structure, that is the declarative sentence, is not used at all. So to review how qui can be used to frame a question, let's look at the table. Qui est-ce qu'il est and qui est-il? The third interrogative word that we will examine is combien. Combien is an adverb that refers to a quantity. In English, combien can be translated as how much or how many. In the text, combien is used in the following question. Mozart a composé combien d'œuvres musicales? How many music pieces has Mozart composed? In this example, the word order is subject plus verb plus combien. As you can see, this is a declarative sentence. Technically speaking, the word combien can also be placed at the beginning of the question. Combien d'œuvres musicales Mozart a composé? But this order of words sounds a little awkward and heavy. So one must be sensitive to the fluency of the sentence and must use the structure that sounds natural. Obviously, it will be a while before you can judge for yourself which structure sounds better. But I'm just pointing out that before asking a question, every French speaker makes a rapid, almost unconscious decision of which interrogative structure to use. Now let's see how combien can be used in the other two structures. Let's first examine the est-ce que structure. Combien plus est-ce que plus subject plus verb. Combien d'œuvres musicales est-ce que Mozart a composé? This question may appear confusing because what follows the interrogative word is not est-ce que but the phrase d'œuvres musicales. We must understand that there is a certain connection between the adverb and the noun it quantifies, and because of it, we cannot separate the two elements by inserting a word in between them. Combien de actually means how much or how many. In this sentence, combien quantifies œuvre musicale. Therefore, œuvre musicale must follow immediately after combien de. To better explain the word order, let me illustrate it this way. Combien de plus noun that it quantifies plus est-ce que plus subject plus verb. Now let me show you how combien is used in inversion. Combien d'œuvres musicales Mozart a-t-il composé? This example is a complex inversion since the subject is repeated. One can use the complex inversion only when the interrogative words pourquoi and comment. So to review how combien can be used in the three interrogative structures, let's look at the table. The question that is in red is the one that features in the text. Please note that in the table the phrase d'œuvre musicale is not specifically indicated in the structure, but you must always remember to place the quantified noun directly after the adverb combien. Mozart a composé combien d'œuvres musicales? Combien d'œuvres musicales est-ce que Mozart a composé? Combien d'œuvres musicales a-t-il composé? The fourth interrogative word that we will examine is comment. Comment is an adverb that expresses in what manner or by what means. In English, comment can be translated as how. In the text, comment is used in the following question. Comment tu sais tout ça, maman? How do you know all this, mom? In this example, the word order is comment plus subject plus verb. As you can see, this is a declarative sentence. Technically speaking, the word comment can also be placed at the beginning of the question. Tu sais tout ça comment, maman? But again, this order of word sounds a little awkward and unnatural. But grammatically, it is possible to begin a question with comment. Now let's see how comment can be used in the other two structures. Let's first examine the est-ce que structure. Comment plus est-ce que plus subject plus verb. Comment est-ce que tu sais tout ça, maman? This structure is the most prevalent one when framing a question with comment. Now let me show you how comment is used in inversion. This structure is not commonly used, especially the complex inversion, but still I will show it to you. Comment sais-tu tout ça, maman? Comment maman sais-tu tout ça? Both the sentences are grammatically correct, but the usage is limited. So to review how comment can be used in the three interrogative structures, let's look at the table. The question that is in red is the one that features in the text. Comment tu sais tout ça, maman? Comment est-ce que tu sais tout ça, maman? Comment maman sais-tu tout ça? And comment sais-tu tout ça, maman? The fifth interrogative word that we will examine is où. Où is an adverb that expresses a location. In English, où can be translated as where. In this example, we only have the interrogative adverb. This is a fourth structure that we have not seen up to now. It is possible to use an interrogative word all by itself. This usage is, however, restricted to the oral form. So now I'll show you how où can be used in different interrogative structures. Let's consider the French translations of the question, where do you live? Où tu habites? Tu habites où? Où est-ce que tu habites? Où habites-tu? And finally, let's examine quand. Quand is an interrogative adverb that refers to time. In English, quand can be translated as when. In the text, quand is used in the following question. Quand est-ce qu'on rentre? When are we going back? In this example, the word order is quand plus est-ce que plus verb plus subject. If you remember, in the second lesson of this chapter, we learnt that the word on is an indefinite personal pronoun. So in this question, the subject is on. Since it begins with a vowel, the phenomenon of elision must be observed, and so est-ce que on becomes est-ce qu'on. Next, I'll show you how quand is used in a question that is structured around the declarative sentence. As you know by now, the interrogative word can be placed in two different positions: subject plus verb plus quand, on rentre quand plus subject plus verb, quand on rentre. And finally, let's consider the third structure, the inversion. This particular question can have only one inversion form, simple inversion. Quand plus verb plus subject. Quand rentre-t-on? The reason why we cannot structure it around a complex inversion is because of the subject on. On does not allow the subject to be repeated. So to review how quand can be used in the three interrogative structures, let's look at the table. The question that is in red is the one that features in the text. On rentre quand? Quand on rentre? Quand est-ce qu'on rentre? Quand rentre-t-on? So these are the 6 interrogative words that are frequently used in French to frame a question: que, qui, combien, comment, où, quand. And each question can be constructed around 3 distinct structures: declarative sentence with rising intonation, insertion of the phrase est-ce que, and inversion, simple inversion or complex inversion. The replies to these questions are simple. Unlike the word per, pourquoi, parce que, these interrogative words do not have a specific word with which they begin their answer. In this third section, we will revise what we learned in today's session on different structures of interrogation. A short exercise has been provided below. We have to choose the right answer from the 3 options provided. The structure that needs to be used has been indicated within the brackets. Je pense que c'est une mauvaise idée. Simple inversion. The right answer is B. Que penses-tu? Je pense que c'est une mauvaise idée. What do you think? I think it's a bad idea. Elle coûte 20 euros. Est-ce que? The right answer is B. Combien est-ce que cette jupe coûte? Elle coûte 20 euros. How much does this skirt cost? It costs 20 euros. Je le garde sur la table à l'entrée. Declarative sentence. The right answer is A. Où tu gardes la clé de la voiture? Je le garde sur la table à l'entrée. Where do you keep your car keys? I keep it on the table at the entrance. Sans œufs. Est-ce que? The correct answer is C. Comment est-ce que Charlotte prépare le gâteau? Sans œufs. How does Charlotte make the cake? Without eggs. Seulement le dimanche. Simple inversion. The right answer is B. Quand regardes-tu la télé? Seulement le dimanche. When do you watch TV? Only on Sunday. With this, we come to the end of our 5th lesson. This lesson was divided into 3 sections. In the first section, I read out a text that has several different types of questions. In the second section, we examined the structures of these questions. And finally, in the third section, we revised today's lesson by doing an exercise on the various interrogative structures. I hope you enjoyed today's session. In the next class, we'll begin Chapter 5. The first lesson will be on the present tense of IR ending verbs. I hope to see you in the next class. Thank you and à bientôt. See you soon.